Hi everybody, it's 314 Reactor here, welcome back, and today we're taking a break from playing Xbox games and the brute force playthrough to play Half-Life MMOD. Now I didn't even know there was a Half-Life 1 MMOD until the other week. It's been out for a few years now, but it's now been released to version 2 and is now available on Steam. Essentially what MMOD does for Half-Life 1 and 2 is modernize and update a few things, add some effects, add some weapons and tweak the weapons, and what results is a bit more of a modernized game but without losing the original feel of the games. So as you can see here in some of these GIFs, you can see some of the updated graphics, some of the updated weapons. So there's quite a lot added to it and it's nice and easy to download. All you gotta do is go to Steam, go to the store, do a search, Half-Life M, down to Half-Life MMOD, and then hit install now. And provided you've got the original Half-Life installed, you can just go in there and click play. So let's go and check it out. So the first thing you notice when booting up is it has the normal game that you can select. It has a mod called Darkstar, and it also has the demo of Uplink that you can play through with MMOD. Now, Uplink is the demo version that was released on February 12th, 1999. So, Uplink was actually released after the game itself was released, and it has a few levels in it, I believe, that aren't in the actual game. So you can actually play through this with all of the MMOD tweaks, and you can also play through the USS Darkstar mod with all of the MMOD tweaks as well. So you get to play through on a spaceship and a nice little contained story that uses all the assets of, it looks like Counter-Strike and Half-Life here. That's pretty cool. So it gives you a little bit of extra. But today we're going to be playing through the normal Half-Life game. And here we are on the main menu with a really cool soundtrack. And at 4K, it doesn't scale well. So we go into the options, then we can see the standard keyboard controls, mouse controls, audio, all the usual stuff. But if you go further, there's the new MMOD settings, where you can add and enable camera animations, jumping and landing jolt, camera view roll, all sorts of tweaks for the FOV, game difficulty, even camera roll angle and stuff like that, weapon inertia, which is how the weapon moves around as you move, projectile bullets, death effect, extra HEV voice lines, fade corpses, and texture filtering, where you can go between filtered and unfiltered and pixelated with no anisotropic filtering. So you can completely adjust how the game looks, make it look like the original 1998 software version, or you can apply texture filtering. I'm going to leave it on unfiltered and pixelated because that was the default setting, so I'm guessing that's what the developer intended. As you can see here, there's loads of chapters, which means we don't have to sit through Black Mesa Inbound anomalous materials. We can just dive right in to Office Complex. So here we go, let's have a look at some of the weapons here. You've got the crowbar, primary, secondary, and then a tertiary, which looks like it's the same attack from the wrench in Opposing Force. Over to the Glock, which now has primary, secondary. I don't think the secondary is quite as fast as it is in the standard game. But then what you have is middle mouse button, and you attach a suppressor. And the Magnum, you can now take on and off the multiplayer attachment. So it has the standard issue fire, and then put on the little laser, and then you can zoom in and get a bit more accuracy with that, which is really cool. You've got the MP5, which you can see I've already had the suppressor on it. The same secondary and primary fire, but then again the middle button adds and removes the suppressor. Really cool. Over to the shotgun, standard issue, primary, secondary, and I don't think a tertiary. And then over to the crossbow, which now behaves in pretty much the same way, but when you zoom in, it has a new animation and a new graphic, and you can hear Gordon breathing there. Cool little addition. You've got the rocket launcher, which behaves pretty much the same. Secondary now has the laser and the nice little screen on there, which adds a nice little lighting effect, which is really cool. And again, you can kind of see the extra particle effects that have been added in there, which look really amazing. Over to the Gauss cannon. Still got the same primary and secondary. There's a bit of an extra lighting effect to it there, and also an extra little handle on the side. Over to the old Egon. And you've got the normal Ghostbusters fire, the secondary. Changes it, makes it a little bit higher pitched, and I think makes it a bit more damaging, but probably uses more ammo. So you've got the option between the two settings there. Then you got the Hive Hand, which has the same primary, same secondary, but also a new explosive tertiary, which makes it a bit more useful and also has some really cool particle effects with that as well. And then you've got the teleportation device from Opposing Force, which behaves in basically the same way as it did in Opposing Force, but is a bit more BFG-like now. And then you've got the grenades, which behave in pretty much the same way. Long throw, short throw, but now some extra particle effects in there. These particle effects remind me of Turbo Overkill, which is really cool. The pixelization and stuff like that. Same here. Throw these out. Blow them up. Really, really cool. And then you've got the mines that you slam on the walls here. Behave in exactly the same way, but they have a little extra animation on them that looks like Knight Rider. And then you've got the Snarks, which pretty much behave in the same way as well. And you can also see the weapon movements there are a bit more fluid and dynamic, a bit more modernized. The weapons all feel a little bit better. So let's move ahead and get some combat in. There's also a considerable amount of extra gore and particle effects. I think it's still using the gold source engine. In fact, I'm fairly certain it is. But just like Doom 2 kind of did, it just adds a ton of stuff because it's able to use the more modern hardware. Also, the torch looks a little bit better. It seems to fade out and fade in. And has a little flicker to it and looks a bit smoother. I think it's still vertex based, but it just looks a little bit smoother. Not quite sure how they've done that, but it looks really good. The Glock feels really responsive. And also, you've probably noticed that you can see Gordon's feet, which is really cool. You can also note as well, bullet holes have little heat cooldown animations as well. And also magazines drop on the floor as well. That's very cool. Feels like the gun fires as fast as you can pull the trigger, which the original didn't, I don't believe. So it gives it that little extra visceral feel. Also, here we come to another addition to the game. The Barney guards all have different looks to them now, so they don't all look absolutely identical. And they've also adjusted the pitch of the voices of the Barney guards as well, so their voices sound a little bit different. I'll bet that stings a bit. Alright, let's go shotgun. Ooh, their eyes glow now. That's cool, and their eyes close. It's just all these cool little tweaks that has been added in. Like I said, just making the gameplay feel a little bit more modernized, a little bit more responsive. Even the way Gordon moves feels a bit more responsive. And the animations are just a little bit more crunchy as well. And of course, with the crunchiness of the textures, everything. Where is this scientist?
Want to get out of this alive. Oh dear.
Whoops. So yeah, with the crunchiness of the textures, the extra additions to the weaponry, the whole thing just feels a lot more impactful. Because Half-Life's shooting isn't amazing. Same with Half-Life 2's. It's always been a little bit on the okay side, you know? I mean, the game is held up by its kind of narrative and the atmosphere and stuff like that. Not really by the shooting as such. So when you have a mod like MMOD, or MMOD Half-Life 2, it really enhances the feel of the shooting. And then the subtle additions of, as you can see, as Gordon moves back and forward, the camera sways and rolls and moves around, and there's weapon inertia as you move. It's really cool.
Hey, Gordon.
There's another different Barney guard.
What the hell are you doing down here? Get topside. I hear troops are coming in to save us.
So yeah, you get a lot more variation of the Barney guards as well, which makes a lot of sense because every single Barney guard was exactly the same in the original Half-Life, and while that was kind of fine in 1998, it's a little bit ridiculous on replay. I think I saw a review from G-Man Lives, and he said that this would actually be a pretty good way to play the game through on your first playthrough in the modern day, and I think that's pretty accurate, because from what I've played so far, it feels basically like the original Half-Life, but with some of the rough edges smoothed out. The only thing is the weird kind of blurring of the textures here. It's very odd. I'm sure it's to do with the multi-texturing. Really strange. And it's only at an angle as well. But there you go, seeing Gordon's body, that's pretty cool. That's a very cool effect. And the little sounds there when you jump adds a bit of weight. And going in here, let's go, we've got hostiles. Oh, that little opening animation with the guns as well. Let's give ourselves all the weapons. Let's go.
Oh my God, we're doomed!
Oh, there's extra little flames left over after explosions and stuff. Oh, and the way the camera shakes as you fire the gun as well. Oh no. Oh man, I made it up here so fast I almost caught G-Man.
Rescued at last. Thank God you're here.
Yeah, all the movement feels really good. Sorry, buddy.
Science team. Well, the dimensional breach is dead.
So here's where we really see how the combat feels against human enemies. Ooh, feels good. It feels good. Woohoo! Yeah. There we go. Oh, just that, it's so cool. These little additions. Oh yeah. Let's put the glue-on gun into high power mode. Oh man. See, it's got that kind of extra gore level to it, like brutal Half-Life, but not to the degree where it turns it into a full-on brutal mod. It's just subtle enough that it maintains the original feel of the game. Oh, damn. It's the weapons, the way they move, and the weapons responsiveness as well. Like, it feels much more like when you click that mouse button, stuff happens, like, instantly. And it is just really enjoyable. Oh, that nice little animation there as well. Let's see what this displacement cannon, aka BFG, will do to the Garg. Okay, nothing. It does nothing to the Garg. Oh no! Awesome.
So, it's a long way down. Generator room.
Whoop!
Things in the way.
Head crabs are still just as annoying though. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's some nice little extra particles spitting up there. Oh man. The effects when you take them out are a bit more satisfying as well. Oh boy. I think they've added some extra animations in. Whoop. See, the hive hand was a weapon you wouldn't really use in the original game unless you had basically nothing left. But that extra tertiary fire they've added makes it a weapon you think about switching to. Yeah, let's do it. Excellent. Oh, I love that effect as well. Kind of makes the game feel like it's a retro aesthetic FPS that's been made like this year. Just such an odd feeling. Like if the original Half-Life didn't exist, this mod could quite easily be a turbo overkill like shooter, or any other sort of boomer shooter, retro shooter that's out now. It's still a bit more hive hand tertiary mode. Oh boy. The only trouble is tertiary mode takes a while to reload. Has quite a bit of range on it as well. Oh yeah, the accuracy of this is really not so great. Until you put that laser on. Then it becomes a lot more accurate. So the Marines are still pretty hardcore. But they're a lot more fun to fight now. Looks like some of the weapons aren't hit scan anymore as well. Yeah, look at that. Interesting. Hound eyes have a little bit extra glowing effect on them as well. There we go. Let's see how the Garg looks when it gets blown up. Oh my god, the tension. Wow. That was pretty cool. Also what I've noticed is the bullets will ricochet. Look at that. That's so cool, the bullets ricocheting off. Scientists now blink as well. Looks like textures are slightly improved on their face. Are the scientists twitching less as well? Because usually the scientists twitch a lot and move really weirdly, but now they're not. So I'm guessing that's another little bug fix and addition they've made. Feels almost wrong not having the twitchy scientists. So we're coming up to the area with the special ops. Oh boy. Oh my god. Can you hear that? There's a stomp when the Vortigons move around. Ooh, yeah, they stomp around, making them feel really heavy. That's scary. It's time to use their own technology against them. There's also extra sounds when they run on the metal. I don't think that was there originally. Maybe it was. Ooh, that's cool. All the extra lighting effects from the bullets as well really adds to it. Alright, screw it. There we go. You know, I think Blade 2 was influenced by these. Because in Blade 2, there's attackers that come in to attack Blade, and they look exactly like this. Let's have a look at surface tension. Again, got little extra weapon animations there. Because this bit was always a frustration point before. Now it's not going to be so annoying. Because the combat feels a lot better. And again, yeah, you got the different reloads for the MP5 when it's empty versus when you're just tactically reloading the mag. Oh, those distant explosion sound effects sound really good. Oh, that's cool. God, this thing still takes forever to die. There we go. Ah, there we go. Same classic skybox. Oh, it looks a little bit smoother actually, maybe. Looks a little bit better, I think. Oh yeah. Oh, this bit. Oh man. Whoa! Secondary attack makes taking out boxes a lot easier. And that reload on the rocket launcher, a lot better. Feels like it takes forever to reload on the original game. Oh, there's even like a lighting glow off of it as well. The BFG or the displacement cannon. It's got its own active lighting effect off it. That's cool. Right, let's do it. Boom! Let's take out everything. Oh my god, it even took out the tank. Now that is awesome. Oh, look at that grenade bouncing around. Man, everything's just a little bit more unpredictable. Boom! Oh no, it didn't take out the tank. Oh my god. There we go, that took out the tank. Okay. Just gonna have to battlefield it. Oh my god, what is with this thing? Okay. The only way to take this out may just be the rocket launcher. Finally. Oh my god.
I'm dying out here. Please help me.
Oops.
Oh my.
Okie dokie. Let's be real careful. Whoa! Oh, almost ran into that. And now for the leap of faith. Whew, there we go. Oh, oh. Oh, that reload is so cool. Oh, yeah. God damn. Okay. There's something I really want to see how it plays, and that is Gonarch's lair in Zen. Because this is the part of the game where things go off the rails, as it were. I just want to see if it's any better to play with the new weapon tweaks. Okay, let's go for the glue-on gun. Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same. I think just the fact the weapons feel a little bit more impactful means that the fight is slightly less annoying, but it still maintains that original Half-Life feel of Zen where it kind of sucks a little bit. So yeah, the game is pretty similar in Zen. And let's go for the ultimate. Let's go for the Nihilanth with all of the weapons. There we go. Nihilanth with all the weapons. Yeah, all of the lighting effects look better. It's not just the torch, is it? All of the lighting and particle effects look better. Let's see what the displacement cannon does to these crystals. There we go. Holy crap. Man, all those awesome particle effects. Boom! And I'm really not great at the Zen stages, just because I never really played it that much. I think, like most people, I got to the end of Lambda Core and just kind of stopped most of the time. Especially how annoying this boss is. So, like I said, the mod doesn't really do anything about that. Okay, so the Nihilanth is still phenomenally annoying to fight. Let's go check out a little bit of Lambda Core, and then we'll finish the video. Let's use some snarks. So snarks are basically the same. Except now they blink, like the Hive Hand. Okay, let's try a bit of stealth this time, shall we? Let's see how well the suppressors work. Ooh, that sort of works. I think it does reduce... Yeah, it does. Okay, okay. It does reduce the enemy's ability to detect you. So you can actually play the game a bit more stealthily. Very nice. Oh my god. So you can kind of play this area a bit differently. You can kind of sneak around it as they all fight each other. And you just stealth it in these back bits. But stealthing it in these back bits means you have to take on all the zombies and stuff in the dark. That's really cool. Yeah, that adds some extra layers to the gameplay. Holy god. And I don't think you're even supposed to have this weapon at this point. I only have it because of the cheating that I'm doing with Impulse 101. But, oh well. Oh boy. So you've got monsters, Zen monsters, you've got zombies, you've got soldiers, and you've got these spec ops all running around in this same area. Good lord. Still someone left. Holy crap. Starts to feel a bit more like a Halo level at this point. Just because the chaos and all the things that aren't necessarily interested in shooting at you. So yeah, this mod is awesome, adds a lot more options, some really cool graphical effects, enhances the gameplay a hell of a lot, and is so easy to download and install. I think it's really fantastic. Yeah, all links in the description, go check it out. Leave a like if you like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the mod, subscribe if you like for more content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.